Hey y'all, so today we are going to be talking about The Circle Season 6 on Netflix.
The Circle is a social media competition where people could choose to be themselves or someone else, i.e. a catfish, while playing these games to win $100,000. And the only way they interact with each other is via text messages. They are all in like little apartments that they get to themselves within the same building. And sometimes they might be able to see the person, but we ain't even gonna get into that yet. Basically, they do not see each other. They are only able to see each other via the app that they communicate on. So think Instagram, basically talking to each other via Instagram. You never meet these people in person unless you're given permission to.
And you know what's crazy? I almost forgot that this show exists, child, because it's been like, what, almost 2 years since season 5. And when I saw season 6, I was like, oh my gosh. Low-key, this is one of my favorite shows on Netflix simply because it's a reality show that doesn't deal with like love or dating. So it's not like gonna take you on like a crazy roller coaster ride like freaking Love is Blind. And I truly appreciate it. It's like a good palate cleanser. We're gonna start off with the cast. First, we have Kyle. He is 31 and he's a dog dad. So my first impression of Kyle was, oh my gosh, he's like really cute. I was really shocked to see that he's married, only because like, I'm not gonna lie, I was stereotyping him, child. I was like, he looked like a F-boy, but no, y'all, he is married and he's playing as a single man, and he's also a basketball player, but instead of being a basketball player, he's going to be a basketball trainer. And that's one thing that is so interesting about this show, is how people switch up like their occupations, or they go in as a completely different person because they feel like people will perceive them differently or they won't be judged. Which is really the case, y'all, because if y'all have watched from season 1, there have been so many times where there have been like models on the show actually being themselves, and y'all, they were judged, they were kicked out the circle because people didn't trust them simply because they were being themselves. And then meanwhile, you got catfishes all around. You got people lying, okay? Lying. Next, we have Miles. And once again, Miles was also giving F-boy too. I think Miles is gonna be like one of those characters that is too good and he's gonna get voted out really soon, because anytime that there's a character that has like a strong personality and seems like they're running the game, they instantly get booted, okay? They don't last to the end at all. Next, we have Lauren. And you know, I don't have many thoughts on Lauren. I just wrote down that she seems cute and fun. And then we have Brandon going in as Olivia. And I don't think Brandon is going to last on this show, y'all. It always blows my mind when people come on this show and decide to be a catfish and they don't know anything about the person that they're catfishing. They don't know how to catfish because their chats be mad dry. Like, how are you about to be this bubbly girl, but you typing like you a 55-year-old man? Like, be for real. Did you go over your notes before you came in the circle? But I'm really interested to see if Brandon actually makes it towards the end. After we were introduced to these 4 characters, you know, once again, everybody gets into like this little chat box thing where everybody can talk and feel each other out. And during this, Olivia was so bland and dry, y'all. Like, she was literally typing like a 55-year-old man, like I said before. And Brandon was freaking out, y'all, because he's like, oh my gosh, I'm just not doing it right. I'm just not doing good. Meanwhile, the other contestants, the other players, they're like, Olivia's a catfish. They was calling it early. Now let's get into the rest of the contestants that was introduced later on in the episode. So when Cassie stepped into the scene, I was like, yes, I love her. She is giving pink country bumpkin. I love the color pink, y'all. Like, pink is me. If I could be a pink, I would be a pink, and that is Cassie. I love her energy. She just seems so fun. She's 29 years old. She has 2 biological children and she has 3 bonus kids, child. At 29 years old, she got 5 kids. She don't look like it though. She looks like a ball of fun, and I'm really interested to see more of her on the show. Next, we have Steffi, and she is a psychic, child. She is a witch, and she is a professional astrologer, and she said her dead auntie is going to be helping her with her strategy. Well then, that's all I have to say about that. Moving on, we have Caress, and I was like, yes, we have some color. We have a Black woman stepping onto the scene. Now with Caress, she is playing as her brother Paul, the dude that sings, "You my little boo thing, and I don't give a hoot what you do say, I love that song, y'all. And I'm just like, no. Anytime someone comes on this show and they play a celebrity, I feel like it just never works out. Oh, I just instantly knew Caress was gonna fumble the bag as soon as she said she was playing her brother. I wish she would have played herself. I feel like her playing herself would have been chef's kiss, but you're playing your brother, bro. You're playing Boo Thing. I don't think she's gonna bring Boo Thing energy. So the contestants, they play the first game, and the game is called For Real, where the players, they are asked morally challenged questions and they can answer no if they would not do it, or they can answer yes if they would do it. And I always find it interesting how these questions really be riling people up and they just be judging people just like that out the gate. So the first question was, would you unfriend someone who is canceled? Miles was the only one who said yes, and everybody instantly judged Miles. And from that answer, I'm just like, Miles, I feel like people forget the game that they're playing. Like, you were supposed to say no, even if it was a yes, but there's no yes buts. It's either a yes or a no, and he messed up with that. Next question was, would you date a person who has an OnlyFans? Of course, all of the girls said yes. Kyle said no. Paul, aka Caress, said no. Would you guys date a person who had an OnlyFans? Let me know down below. I don't know. Okay, let me not even act like I would. I wouldn't personally, but let me know if you would date a person who had an OnlyFans. If your friend confessed to you that they cheated, would you keep their secret? Miles, once again, was the only one who said no. And I'm just like, Miles, what is wrong with you? You're supposed to get these people to like you. Why would you publicly confess that you would tell someone's secret? Why would you do that? And what's crazy about this question is that me and my boyfriend was literally just talking about a similar scenario. It was like, what would we do in our friend group? Like, would you cut the friend off if like they cheated on their partner, or like they told you a secret like that? Me personally, if you cheat on your partner and you tell me, I'm not gonna run to your partner and be like, oh, you cheated, but I would let you know, like, girl, boy, you need to go and have that conversation with your partner. Now, if it comes up, if your partner comes to me and they're like, oh, is she cheating on me? I'm just gonna be like, I plead the fifth. I ain't gonna say yes, I ain't gonna say no, because that's my friend too. Like, I don't know, it's so complicated. What would y'all do? Next question was, would you break up with someone via text? The only people that said yes was Miles and Paul. And when Caress answered yes, she was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I answered yes. Now I'm stuck in the same category as as Miles. And y'all, they are really giving Miles like a run for his money. They don't like this man already. And I'm like, damn, bro, this is only the first game and they gunning for you already. That's crazy. So then next we just get into like the chat rooms that they're having with other people. It's a little boring. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I was scrolling through my phone while watching the first episode. I was editing a whole video, child. But the most important things that I picked up on was that Caress, aka Paul, was having a conversation with Lauren. And Caress thinks that Lauren is a catfish and that she's giving male energy. And I'm just like, Caress, what is going on up there? The actual catfish thinks that the actual woman who is not a catfish is a catfish, child. I don't think Caress studied before she came on this show. I don't think she studied her brother. I don't really think she put in like the thought needed to be an actual catfish and to sell it, because from her chats, child, she was not giving a young man at all. And I think one of the contestants actually mentioned it, that like her chats were just not giving young single man. It's just not. And then they go into like their corny little dance party. I forgot what song they was singing. I think it was, it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Those corny dance montages, they're cute, but I feel like they're just fillers. But what can you expect with a show like this, right? And now we're getting into the ratings, which is the best part. So basically, everybody can be ranked from 1st to 7th place. And the last two people aren't favoring, they're the bottom, and then the first two people, those are the top influencers. Now, usually the people at the bottom, you can easily vote them to go home, or they're at risk of going home. And the two people at the top, they kind of get like a special privilege or a power. So coming in at 7th place is Paul. I was so shocked to see Paul all the way at 7th place, child. But then again, not really, because I'm like, they probably weren't buying that Paul is a single heterosexual man. They're probably like, no, Paul is a woman. He is a catfish, child. Because I'm sorry, Caress, it wasn't given. Tied for 5th place is Cassie and Miles, which I find so interesting because they literally just created an alliance together. So now look at them together in 5th place, child. Coming in at 4th place is Kyle. 3rd place is Steffi. And in my notes, y'all, I wrote 3rd, the girl that I keep forgetting, because I just kept forgetting about her, but her name is Steffi. Steffi came in 3rd place. 2nd place is Lauren. I really like Lauren. Lauren just seems so fun, but I don't think she's gonna make it far in the game because she's just too likable. 1st place is Olivia, child. I was not expecting Olivia to get 1st place because the way Brandon was in there boo-hooing because he could not keep up the act of being Olivia and his chats was just giving 55-year-old man, child. I was not expecting him to make it all the way to 1st place. So since Olivia and Lauren, they are the top 2 influencers, their special privilege was that they get to bring in 2 new people. And now this is where things get interesting, y'all, and this is where they left us with a huge cliffhanger. Tell me why one of the people they picked is an AI bot. They don't know it's an AI bot. I think the person's name is like Matt or something like that. He's like a dog dad, really regular dude. It's an AI bot, y'all. So now I'm just like, what? How is this gonna work? Because they do physical challenges sometimes. So I'm like, are you gonna have a producer come in and like create a cake or like create a t-shirt or something when it's time to do the physical challenge? Like, how is this bot going to last? And the AI bot, you know, AI is just like so freaking crazy. They're gonna know how to like say certain things to be like likable because it's a computer, it's artificial intelligence. So I'm just really sitting here like, how is this gonna work? And I swear if this AI bot wins, I'm gonna be very pissed off because they're really trying to push AI on us. And I'm not gonna go on a tangent in this video, but I'm gonna be really upset if this AI wins, okay? The next person that they picked to come in is this black girl. I forgot her name, I'm so sorry. It's something with Tyler, but as soon as I saw her, I was like, oh yeah, that's me. That's my girl, y'all. She is bad. She is so freaking pretty. I'm just like, ooh, I just like looking at her, child. She is so gorgeous. That's where episode 1 leaves off at. It leaves off with us finding out that one of the new players is an AI bot. And then we get the black girl who was just drop dead gorgeous. And I'm really curious to see what's gonna happen next because in the previews for the next episode, we see that they are coming for Miles once again. And I keep telling y'all, once you are too likable on this show, they try to get you out instantly. That was the thing with last season, which was so crazy. One of the girls, she was just way too likable and they got her out within like the 4th or 5th episode. And I was like, damn, y'all are ruthless. Comment down below your thoughts on episode 1 and who do you think is going to win this season? Do you think it's going to be any of these new people that we are seeing? How do you feel about the AI bot joining in on the challenge? Let's get the discussion started down below. See y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.